The old adage that people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones means that we shouldn't criticise others when we have so many faults ourselves. It's homespun wisdom at its best, but I want to know if you really can throw stones in a glass house. Dixon Science have been working with glass for nearly 100 years. But what is the science behind this 100% recyclable material? Why is glass see-through, but the material of this table isn't? Everything in the world is made up of atoms which have a central nucleus surrounded by a load of electrons. And what this means is that most of the atom is just empty space. So really the question is not why is glass see-through, but why isn't everything else see-through? The fact is that when light hits most solid objects, it's absorbed, but the peculiar arrangements of atoms in glass mean that it just passes straight through. But why then is glass so fragile? To make glass, you melt together sand and some other minerals, and then as it cools, rather than forming a regular array of molecules like most substances, you get a sort of a messy jumble of molecules. And that means that if you were to take a piece of glass and drop it, that chaotic jumble of molecules can't withstand it and they shatter. While traditional glass shatters easily, there are new types of toughened glass that can withstand a lot more stress. I'm in Essex to find out more. So, Russell, tell me, how do you toughen glass?
What we do, we take the glass that needs to be toughened, we roll it into the furnace, we heat the glass up. Once it's gone through the required cycle, it goes into the quench. We then blow cold air down onto the glass, and this heating and cooling creates a different tension on the interior and exterior of the glass, which then creates toughened glass.
So what do you use toughened glass for?
Toughened glass is primarily used in areas where you want the glass to break safely and you've got members of the public.
This sort of glass is used in things like bus stops, but there is something even tougher, bullet-resistant glass.
We make a full range of bullet-resistant and security glass.
Huge! And who would use this stuff?
Obviously, you've got jewellers, banks, etc. But we are finding, especially nowadays with high net worth individuals moving into to London, people are putting it in the outside windows of their house.
And costing 10 times more than regular glass, bulletproofing your windows comes at a premium. Most bullet-resistant glass is constructed from composite layers of glass and plastic, the inner layer being made from a tough but flexible polycarbonate. We haven't got bullets, but we've got some champion shot putters, and it's finally time to put the old adage to the test. First up is regular glass. Away you go, Matt. Next is toughened glass. Richard, take it away. And finally, bullet-resistant laminated glass. It didn't go through. I'll take a hammer to it. The moral is, if you're going to throw stones and you live in a glass house, make sure it's a bullet-resistant one.
Fair enough. Good advice, Marty. We have to ask, Roger, how did this